Hi, Mrs. Young here, and today we are going to talk about birds. So, let's talk about the characteristics that birds share. So, birds are actually endothermic. So, we've talked about fish and amphibians and reptiles. They were all ectothermic, but birds are actually endothermic, which means that they do produce their own internal body heat. Birds also have feathers, lay eggs, and they have four-chambered hearts. The animals that we've talked about up until now have all had two or three-chambered hearts, but birds have four. They also have bills instead of teeth, and these bills are adapted to the type of food that the bird eats. So when it comes to obtaining food and oxygen, because we know all animals have to do that, when it comes to food, birds use their bill to capture, grip, and handle their food. They also have two special organs for digestion. They have a crop, which you can see right here, which is basically storage for food before it enters the stomach. And then they have the gizzard, which is a thick-walled part of the stomach, and this is what squeezes and grinds their food. Since they don't have teeth, they need a way to break it up. So when a bird eats something, it starts in the crop, it goes in their mouth, it gets stored in the crop before it goes into the stomach, and in the first part of the stomach here, it's bathed in chemicals that help start the breakdown process. Then it goes into the gizzard and gets all squeezed and ground up. Birds need a lot of oxygen. As you can imagine, flying is hard work and it takes a lot of energy. So they need a way to get lots of oxygen into their system quickly and efficiently. And the way they do that is by having a series of air sacs that are connected to their lungs. So this allows for more oxygen in one breath than other animals would typically get. They also have the four-chambered heart. So you can see here 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the advantage of having a four-chambered heart is that it keeps the oxygen-rich blood, which would be the red, separate from the oxygen-poor blood, which would be the blue. So for reproduction, birds have internal fertilization, which means the eggs are fertilized inside the mother. She then lays them. And then the birds, you've always seen the birds sitting on a nest, whether it be the mom doing it, the dad doing it, or both. The eggs, they do this because the eggs have to be kept close to a bird's body temperature in order for the young to develop. So birds are kind of unique in the sense that most of them do fly. So many birds will have an almost hollow bone. This allows for the bird to cut down on their weight. Bones, you can imagine, would be pretty heavy when they are solid. But by having all these air holes in it, it makes them lighter. They also have large chest muscles to help them fly. Now, I understand that not all birds fly, like an ostrich doesn't fly, but a majority of them do. So birds all have feathers. So there's two types of feathers. There's the contour feathers. These are the ones that you typically find out, say you're walking on the beach and you pick up a seagull feather. These are typically the ones that you find. They're the large feathers that give the bird's body its shape, and it helps with balance and steering when it's flying. Then you also have the down feathers. These are those short, fluffy, flexible feathers that are found close to their body, and they help to trap body heat and keep the bird warm. How many of you have a down comforter? It's all filled with the down feathers, and you know that it keeps you nice and warm when you're sleeping at night and helps to trap your body heat. So this is a little bit about birds, and I hope you found that helpful.